Okay, very welcome to this review and preview of the La Liga match day 15 that had been played midweek. No, sorry, it had been played last weekend, and the match day 16, which is coming up. And we just had this midweek game, I think, between Real Madrid and Bilbao, which was a 1-0 win for Real, who had not been the better side really, or very, very slightly just better. They won again, they beat Sevilla, they beat Bilbao as well, but somehow, luckily, this was very late on. Well, by very late on, they somehow upped the pressure, but maybe Sevilla could have, held on to their lead or even extended it earlier on. I was quite happy here with a draw between Athletic Club in this case and Granada, which was a very low price here, and Granada did hold on, and so you could have gone for x2 or just the draw. In the Alaves against Celta, it was even an indication on Celta. I think I recommended this one. In Valencia against Rayo, this was not a draw indication. This 12 is misleading, maybe live odds, right? Because it fizzled out to a draw. But the 372 would not have been our bet, but I think I stayed away here and said I respect Rayo and no bet in this one. Mallorca against Getafe was definitely the low-scoring game. It really turned out to be. 283 was a true price. We did get more, a little bit more, but I still did advise this one. Villarreal against Barcelona, 244. We did win this one. I was fine here, even advising to give them a chance, and they did turn it into reality. It was late on, I saw this one, but still somehow, some sense deserved, which we could check via the stats, but I'm not going to do that every game. I know it has been a close game, and Villarreal I also like, but they still did turn out to be winners. And Betis against Levante, I think maybe I was for the x2 indication, and I also said it's possible, although I do not like Levante so much. They did lose, and so it may not have gone not along with the proposal, but all the others had been fine so far, except the Valencia, where I stayed away. In the Espanyol, Real Sociedad, I kept saying that Real Sociedad are not so good, while Espanyol are doing pretty well. I will go and check out if I can implement this statistical method that I've done for Italy and Germany already. Maybe for the big leagues, I have to export the data and then do these evaluations based on the stats, which is a second approach. Also, just evaluating not the results so much, but rather how well do they play. And I showed that in the Italian preview that you can check out as well. And they see some good results from that. I mean, results, some good observations, some things we can use. So I was wrong here, but I said that I do not like Real Sociedad so much. So maybe we get better information if we have this statistical method that should be implemented in the tool anytime soon as well. In the Cadiz Atletico, I said, yeah, I give them another chance. They didn't make it happen, and they lost, so it was another bad one. So we can count these three as bad ones, whereby 4 of them are good ones. Real Madrid, I talked about it already, which was a bad one. It was a very good game that Sevilla played. In the very late on, they couldn't resist, but they were very, very good. Also statistically, it was fine, but Real Madrid, as I said, upped the pressure and did a very good job towards the end, but still Sevilla could have been up by more than a single goal early on. Osasuna Elche was another good one, so we have rather a 5-4 record with some decent prices, which makes it a fairly good match day actually. And I was quite happy with the evaluations, also with the many draws repeating, which people do not like to bet on. That's why we still get the prices. So maybe you have something to exploit there. The computer is pretty good on that. And in the upcoming match day, I didn't check this one at all, so we can do this together. I'm not compiling the in my head and just comparing it now. Here you see what the selections had been on the other two leagues, but you can check out the videos as well, in which I go into more depth. Granada Alaves looks like a good evaluation to me, which turns out to be. Sevilla Villarreal maybe gives Sevilla a chance, but I wouldn't like it so much. Is it over to, well, it's I like Villarreal, I like them both. 2.02, I mean, it's too close to the true price, and I wouldn't get any better notice here, even if we check out the game, recent results. We know these teams too well. Of course, Sevilla are a bit still better, but that's why we only get this 2.02. Barcelona Betis computer will once again most likely no, in this case it doesn't. So they reshaped here Barcelona market somehow. 151 doesn't sound like such a good price, especially against Betis, who are doing well. And so we are happy with our evaluation compared to market. It's just no bet like in the other ones. Atletico against Mallorca, 132. Well, would we get more than these 132? Well, 133. It's like Sevilla. You have 1% edge or something like that. But I wouldn't go for this. Especially Atletico did not convince me all season. Mallorca doing okay after winning promotion. That one's fine. Here we can even consider Real Madrid, which I would instantly do in case we have this price. 224. It's not a huge margin, but I think they are very good at home. They had been struggling. They still showed their potential. Vinicius Junior, Benzema, of course, but all the others, Marco Asensio, also Carvajal, always going up and down. And also defensively and offense. There are many good players, and Real Sociedad are not fully convincing. 224, very small edge here, but one that we can approve here. Rayo Espanyol looks like the fairly decent price. Computer may now be lower, but that's after I adjusted the Rayo, but I didn't adjust Espanyol so much, so maybe I should do that. But I'd rather wait now until we have this statistical method that could give us some better information how good these sites are. And so I would stay away. 216 sounds like pretty attractive. Also, if we look at the table, maybe, or things like that. But Espanyol are also doing very well. I haven't even opened the table here. Rayo, very green here. Draw doesn't mean anything, losses, so they won too many and lost too few. 24 points, very good, but Espanyol should be, wins are fine. This I cannot interpret at the moment. 20 points, 24, yeah, not much of a difference. 216 sounds like a very decent price to me. As I said, I adjusted this Rayo. They are very good, I accept it, but Espanyol also too good for me to accept that. In the Elche Cadiz, I mean, I would once again give Cadiz a chance here. Of course, we can check out the different method here by looking back. I know that's a typical thing here. They won promotion, played a good campaign, but then in the second year in the top flight, they are struggling going down. But they had a couple of good results here, which I saw a couple of those games. 0-4 is very bad. 1-4 against Atletico can happen. Look at this bar here, which tells us over the whole season not so good. Many of those are red here as well, but most recently maybe a bit better. But here it doesn't look so comfortable as well for Elche. And I wouldn't make such a huge difference as if you compare that. 2.68, 2.64, that's very close. Minus 14, the goal difference is bad, worse than here, but expected close, but they are also next to each other in the table. So I would have to, especially in such games where I mean, the away side or the dogs, they know what they have to do. I mean, they don't have to attack here, right? So they can sit back and wait, which is pretty helpful. We could also consider just a draw, which sounds very okay to me for such games, but x2 is fine. We also, of course, have this this here a bit closer now. Well, do we have it? This is just in process here. We will have a new version very soon. Levante here, the computer would say Osasuna, which I in fact would somehow support, because I'm not so happy with Levante. Oh no, yeah, well, 3.02 sounds like, yeah, why not? I mean, this is, yeah, it is clearly above. We know the table and everything, and Osasuna are clearly ahead. Where are they? In fact, they should be somewhere here. Yeah, in the middle, 20 points. And who are they playing once again? How can I forget that? Levante, of course, it should be, yeah, bottom of the table, 7 points only. So there's a huge difference already, 13 points. It's a must win for them. But as I said, I do not like them. I didn't even know they were bottom of the table. So now I like them even a little bit less. I mean, I like my bet a bit more. 213 Celta, yeah, maybe the right price. 341, 347 X and away. No indications, or maybe Valencia, but for that purpose we would. We know Celta are maybe a bit better. Still, they are a bit behind here, but catching up, I would say. And Valencia, we have well assessed. This looks pretty blue here, but here it's getting more red. Most recently, just 1 win in 8. They had a win here, or 4 games unbeaten. Villarreal, Barcelona, Rayo, which are pretty decent results. Beating Alaves, which I bet them even, I think. And I mean, they also are 4 times unbeaten, but just a single win, as I said. It is a close, very close affair here. But 360 something would not quite be enough. Rather the 340, what do we have here on the draw? 341, so either one, if you like this or that, you can go for it. You don't waste a lot of money there. I mean, you have the true price as right. It's a fair game then. I don't advise anything. Getafe Athletic Club, we have a very clear indication on the draw or an under, if you like either one. I would simply do it without thinking too much or thinking twice, because it looks like a, yeah, I mean, Getafe Athletic Club, it looks fine. But I saw Athletic Club against Real Madrid, where I think, well, they can beat anyone. Liga, no, that's not what I was trying to do. We had this one open already. If anything, then looking back here, do they play a lot of draws or don't they? That's what my son is checking. They have 8 draws, they have 4. That's 12 in 30 games. That's 2.5, 2.5. It's close to what my computer compiles here. I mean, the true price is 4 in last 8. They have 4 in last 8. So why hesitate? I know any game is, of course, they still play football. They know there's the goal, and if they score one, they want to defend it. But the stats and all the observations and experience with it would tell me right now, well, there is a fair chance, and you get a very good price. You get, yeah, you need 1 win in 3, then you already make money. Thank you very much for watching. Comment on it if you like it. Subscribe to my channel. Check out the tool yourself. You will be delighted, I'm very sure. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.